Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Mark's Mornings. I want to first thank every single person for liking, sharing, and subscribing to this channel. So thank you guys again, and before we get started, let's take a short break. So let me ask you guys something. When you first met your significant other, did you think to yourself, I'm only going to be married to this person for 8 months? No. The answer is no. When we meet the one that we think they're going to be with for the rest of our lives, the hope is to be there for each other forever. But not all of us see forever. Some of us go through some really hard times. But I want to read you something, guys, that is very important. You see, God talks about in His Word many times about marriage. And one of the things that He always reminds men is to love our wives. Some of you are thinking like, well, that's easier said than done. She don't love me. She knows that I like a little bit of salt on my spaghetti and she still doesn't put the daggone salt on there. Well, that's okay, guy, because sometimes we don't do what our wives expect us to do either. But I want to read to you this. For husbands, this means love your wives just as Christ loved the church. He gave up His life for her to make her holy and clean, washed by the cleansing of God's Word. So how can we apply that to our marriage? Well, number one, for us guys, we need to love our wives. When we speak to one another, our friends, let's stop bashing our spouses. But I want to encourage you, despite of what religious background you are, we can all agree that a lasting marriage thrives off of positive communication to one another, loving each other more than ourselves. If men are to love their wives as Christ loved the church, that means God is calling us to live a life of grace, acceptance, and joy. So how do we do that? Number one, we need to humble ourselves and acknowledge the fact that we are not perfect. Therefore, we cannot expect our spouses to be perfect. And sometimes humbling ourselves, it's loving them. Giving up yourself for them means taking your own life, your wants, your needs, putting them aside, and tending to the needs of someone that is very close to you and supposed to be your helpmate. Thank you guys for listening. Take care of yourself. Know that you're loved. Talk to you later. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that more people could benefit from this outreach. Take care of yourself. Know that you're loved. Talk to you later.